Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you all are doing good. Once again, welcome to the channel, The DIY Sing. So this video is the second part of the video showing how to install ambient light in the dashboard. As you have seen, it's already installed there. So at the end of the video, I was left with some remaining pipe of this light. So I was planning to install it at the center console. So I'm going to do this installation in this video. So to install this light, we have to bring this light. It was ending up somewhere here in the steering column. Here it was ending up here. So from here I have to bring it here. So it should be done behind the panels. So to do that, first of all I need to remove this bottom panel, this panel, this panel, and this one. So I'm planning to install the light along with this silver bezel, because this much length of light is balanced with me. So I was planning to install it all the way from here on the periphery of this cup holders and make a loop, but I will not be able to do that because the length is not that much available. So first of all, you have to remove this panel, this bottom panel. So to remove this panel, friends, first of all, don't grab this panel. You have to remove one screw which is at the bottom side. You will see one mesh here. Just go straight, go straight downside. You will find one screw, that is forehead screw, like this, with the washer embedded on it. And after that you have to simply pull this panel straight, not towards downside, straight. As you can see, the pattern of lock is to pulling straight. So after that the panel will be in your hand. Before taking it away, make sure to remove this grip. This grip is for connecting your phone with the CarPlay system. So securely place it at the back seat. So after that, friends, we have to remove this panel, so after removing the panel, first panel number one, we have to remove this panel. So for this panel, no screw needs to be untightened or no bolt is there. So simply grab this panel from the sides. Make sure, friends, you use this panel removal professional toolkit, which I have purchased from Amazon. Link for this kit is below. You can just check out and order one. So that this is very helpful, friends, whenever you don't need to damage your nails. Sometimes it hurts if you start applying pressure with your nails, grabbing something. It will hurt you for coming 3-4 days. So better to grab one panel removal toolkit from Amazon. This will avoid scratches also. If we are putting it somewhere, you will see some people are using screwdrivers to remove the panels. It will damage the plastic and it will spoil the finish of that panel. So this one is avoiding the damages. So you must grab this kit. So coming back to the work, we have to now remove this panel. This I already have removed. I'm just giving you the demonstration so that at least you will make sure you are not damaging anything. And just pull it up. It has only push locks. As you can see, these red one, these are the push locks. It has like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 push locks. Friends, for this panel, no need to ungrip it because it's fixed with the cable ties. As you can see, no need to remove this panel completely. And try to avoid the scratches. Simply place it here. Okay, I will recommend you to put cloth here because this one is really shining part of the console. So better to put one cloth. It in my case it was already opened before, so that's why I didn't put it here. So friends, there is one trick to do. We have to remove this panel. I need to open this gear knob. Okay, put your car in the B gear, braking gear. Okay, after that what you have to do, there is one trick friends. In the front side there is one button. Below that button, in the gear lever, below that button you will feel one lock which is standing towards the front side. You have to put a force and push it downside. As you can see friends, the cover is the rod is out of the cover. And one more trick is here to remove this knob. So to remove this knob, I will show you with as you can see friends, here there is one steel wire. You see one steel wire is there. So we have to pull this steel wire front side. I will show you by putting my camera on tripod. So I hope friends you are able to see that steel wire. Actually you have to apply the force from the back side. You have to first of all with the nail or with the other tool. I will not recommend you to use your nail. With one tool press it downside, as this center part, this center plastic part is for the safety of this pin to get out, and from the back side you have to push it. Here we go friends. As you can see, this clip is out. Don't misplace it, keep it on a safe side. You can keep it in the cup holder, and you will see the knob is out. And one more recommendation is there friends. Try to there is a grease applied on this the mechanism, so that the pushing and coming out of the button should be smooth. So if by mistake, by touching something, this grease has been removed by you, make sure you apply while reinstalling all the parts, you apply the grease again, so that all the mechanism should work smoothly. Okay, so now friends, our knob is out. Now for now I have to remove this panel, where this shiny panel where all the gears and gear numbers and ESP switch is located. Simply you have to apply the force to lift up this panel. This is just mounted with push locks only, no need to open any screw. Just make sure friends, apply force like this. Your thumb should be on some other part, and try to apply the force with respect to that thumb. So you will not be applying too much force, which will result into throwing up this panel away, or damaging any other parts. So little force is always good. Here you can see friends, the panel is out. So here comes my installation of light. So first of all I have to take this wire from that area. Okay, so make sure friends the wire this flexible light is coming free from any hurdle. Okay, it should not make hurdle to any of the wire, any of the mechanism which is working behind this panel. This is the very important thing to note down. Okay, so I have to bring this wire here, bring this flexible pipe here. It's a better idea to again put it from the back side. Here we go. So friends, I bring nail cutter to cut it from the edges, so that it can rest on its place perfectly. One more thing I want to add up here friends. As you are routing the flexible pipe behind the panels, to to add some extra safety to the light, just make sure you put the cable ties as I'm doing here, just to add extra safety, and make sure that the flexible light should remain on its place. Put one loose extra cable tie. So these cable ties are also purchased from Amazon. Link for these cable ties is also present in the description of this video. If flexible pipe will always keep on scratching the surface, it may damage the flexible pipe, and light will stop emitting from that point to this area. So it's better to hold the flexible pipe on one place with the help of cable ties. Okay, now friends, I have to do the marking where I have to bend. I was planning to start it from the extreme points and ending up to the extreme points, but as the light is not that much, I have to keep it I have to route it for this from here to here. I was planning from here to here, but because of insufficient length of light, I will not be able to do. Okay, so my light is here. Okay, so I will rise it like this. I need to make the I will make a big cutout, not like this. I will make a rectangular cutout. Don't cut too much towards this pipe. Once cut towards the pipe, it will damage the pipe and light will not emit to the last edge. So put one extra cable tie here also. I have fireproof sleeve here, not direct exposed wires, so it's better to put the I hope it will work now. Even though my car, I kept my car neat and clean. It's just 7 months that I purchased this car. I was keeping my car neat and clean. When I opened this panel, there was lot of dust. So I always use this detailing brushes. Again, the link for this product is given in the description. It consists of 3 wires. One is for the tires external detailing, one is this one, and one other brush you will get. This is extra soft brush. So I will provide the purchase link of this item in the description. Do check it out. Okay, so I need to cut it more as there is a straight. Okay, it's making harder. The problem is that why I am getting trouble to install it, because outside today temperature is like -1 -2 degree, so which makes this plastic hard and it's very difficult to bend. No problem, there is a solution to every problem in this world. I will bend it here, make a loop. So friends, avoid applying force with your fingers, because after doing this dashboard works, my finger was like hurt for 2-3 days. So make sure to use proper tools. Here we go. Oh, it's perfect. It's working. I don't think you will be able to see. On, off, on, off, on, off. So in this way I will finalize the panels. In this way I will finalize the So friends, what I did, I kept the light endpoint here, so I am not going to complete this complete bezel from here. I will just keep it till here, as it's not coming properly. So what I will do, I will show you. Wherever it's ending, make a first cut over here. Okay, so after that, how much is the depth of this panel? It's approximately coming 3 by 4 inch. Just make another cut over there, or you can make a bigger cut also. Okay, after that, remove this central part carefully, yeah? I don't have proper cutting tool, but I will share one with you which can cut this sleeve precisely, and share it with you in the description. Okay, make a small round here, make a small round here. Okay, here we go. So I will place it here. Okay, and I will bend it like this. Still I have to widen it. Whatever is extra I will place it downside, bend both edges. Here we go, friends. So friends, there is a plan change in the power supply for this ambient light. Before I was thinking that I will just keep the kit as it is, and I will open this center console and always insert in and out the 12-volt cigarette lighter to switch on the light. But if it will not be user friendly if I will keep on opening and putting it and every time I have to open it and switch on the light. It's not that much user friendly. So I planned to take the power supply from a source which has a light and turned on with the headlights. So when you will enter the driver's side, you will see in the lower side some panel. There is one panel. When you will enter from the driver's side, you will see a bunch of switches. First switch is light intensity control switch. The second one is auto high beam light switch. One is heater for the front windscreen. So I'm not going to touch the grip of these switches. As you can see friends, I already found lights, LED lights, which are turning on with the parking lights, so no need to touch the grips of these switches. But apart from these 2-3 grips, you will find a fourth one, spare grip, which contains wires: pink, black, no wire, white with the black strip, and green. Then last one is purple. So purple is the positive and the white with the black strip is the negative. So I will feed my ambient light from this circuit, and whenever I will turn on the headlights, and it will turn on with that only. So let's finish the work, and let's have a look on the final work. So friends, it's the time to check ambient light in darkness. Okay, so friends, now key is out from the ignition. As I can turn on the parking lamps when the key is not inserted. So let's turn on the parking lamp. Here we go friends. As you can see, the dashboard is lightened up, as well as the center console is also lightened up. It's so satisfying and it's so straight that it's out of my expectations. As this light is flexible light is turned on, it is illuminating these gear alphabets also. So it's mind-blowing. For me, it's more than my expectations. Here we go. This is a top view. As you can see, now it's perfect. So it's in perfect shape. So in this project, no wire is cutted, no wire is trimmed, no extra switch is installed, no fuse is installed. The phase from which the circuit from which I have taken the looping, it's already provided with the fuse. So this was complete safe project. If anything happens, short circuit happens, the fuse will blow off. So this was all about, friends, how to install ambient light in the center console. This is the second part of the ambient light installation video. Hope this video will help you out in doing the same. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. God much bless all. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.